have some wheat for you. Here you go. Whoa. Oh, hold on. No. Oh, goodness. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Oh, my goodness. That is not a mushroom. Hello and welcome. My name is Merely Adequate, and Bebop and I are so glad that you could join us today. I'm just catching a few morning laps here in our makeshift swimming pool. And, Bebop is... well, he's still collecting more bones. Oh, man, I have been hard at work in here just trying to make this thing make sense. I've actually installed some observers down here to try to trigger the flying machines to go sooner. So if they go sooner, then there's less kelp in one run, and the minecart should be able to keep up with it. I'm trying to stay away from this guy. Haha, you can't catch me. Peekaboo! Peekaboo! But look, here's the problem. Look at this. The kelp that's in front of them isn't growing very well. But it did help. That did help out. But then the problem I'm having is, for some reason, while I'm AFKing, the minecarts, they're just deciding not to go. I don't really know why. They're just choosing to stop working for some random reason. So I still have lots of work to do around here. I don't know if I'll ever get this thing to work as good as Bebop's farm. But I think throughout the season I'm going to tinker with it, try different ideas. I just can't stand the thought of having a possibly failed farm. That makes me furious. So there's no way I'm going to let that slide. So I'll keep working on this. But I tell you what, we've been on this island for a long time. Are you about as sick as looking at this purple as I am? I mean, no, hold on. I'm not getting ready to landscape this whole area. There's no way I'm gonna grind out and change all this mycelium over to grass. What are you, crazy? Are you crazy? What were you thinking? I'm not doing that. But I do feel like I want to get away. I feel like I want to, leave the island and go check out and see what's happening around. But I got two problems. Number one, Bebop is still trying to get those bones. I don't think I can tear him away. And the other is, if you see here, I'm now relegated to eating some bread. I'm kind of running out of my food source that I brought with me, and I need to figure out a new food source. Before we get there, let's take a look. I think we haven't really done a good job of keeping up with our the to-do list, and let's take a look at it and see where we are at the moment. All right, here it is. So we've already knocked off a few things. Let's see here. We have the iron farm. Let's take this off and fix it. Okay, iron farm is done. That is great. And then we're going to call, even though I'm going to keep working on the bone mill, we're going to call the bone mill farm done as well. There it is. Bone mill farm done. Okay. So, there's so much more to do. I feel like we've been productive. I guess it's because we did spend an entire episode, you can't really see it in the distance, on the shulker shell farm. Shulker shell. Oh my goodness. I got tongue twisted more than I think I have in a long time. Shulker shell farm. There we go. So, okay, we need to wait on these. We're going to focus on food. But I'm not quite sure what I want to do about food. If you look at this landscape, it's like looking at the face of the moon. It's so barren. It's horrible. There's nothing really grows out here. I mean, lots of mushrooms. I guess I could do mushroom stew, but lots and lots of bowls of mushroom stew carrying around just sounds awful. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to learn from our environment rather than trying to change our environment. And I think the best way to learn from the environment is from these guys behind me. That's right. These animals are living out here, no problem. But I've not once seen them eat anything. What do you eat? What do you eat? I had no idea what these dudes eat. So I think we need to do a little bit of spying. I think when the sun goes down, we'll go to bed. And then I need to start spying on these guys to try to find out what it is they eat. And then maybe it's something I can eat too. That sound like a plan? I don't know if it's a good plan, but it's definitely what we're doing today, okay? Okay, we're going to need a few things, because I think the reason why I haven't seen them eating anything is because they know who I am and they're trying to avoid me. Let's see, what do I need? I need to organize things better. Oh, wait a minute. Is this what I'm looking for? Oh, it is. Okay, great. Okay, I need some white wool. That's good. Let's see, now we need, some red flowers. Great, and I think a little bit of bone meal somewhere. I'm not sure what I have. Okay, I know where I can get bone meal. I'll get that in a second. And I think, yes, I need some of these red mushrooms. Hold on, let me go grab some bone meal. All right, a little bit of bone meal. Now I need to make myself, let's see, string, there's some string. All right, and some wood. I'm really running low on wood, but this should be enough. All right, and we want something very special. We would like a loom. There it is. We need a loom. All right. Now, we're going to take this inside of our ship here and set it down and do a little bit of work. I'm not sure. I think we need a disguise. So with a disguise, hopefully we can track down exactly what those mushrooms are eating and maybe we can eat it too. Okay, hold on. Let me finish making this disguise. Okay, do you still have your eyes closed? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! I love this. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Oh, you see it? Let's see. Can we see it from behind? There it is. Look at that. It's kind of hard to see. I got little horns on my head. I see. I think if we go, let's see here, and then you can see the little horns on my head there. Look at that. Oh man, I look so good. And they'll never know it's me, will they? No, they'll never know. Okay, no, if you don't tell them. You gonna tell them? No, okay. All right, let's see if we can do a little bit of sneaking. You know, I think I'm a bit of a pro sneaker. Oh, wow. That was intense. I think I'm pretty good at sneaking around. I'm a pretty sneaky dude. So I think this is gonna go pretty well, all right? Okay, let's go see if we can hunt down what these mushrooms are eating. I think I see a herd out there. Yes, there they are. Okay. All right. Now we just need to try to get closer. I don't know how this is gonna go. All right. Moo! Moo! Moo? Okay, I think I've learned a lot. Let's sneak away and I'll tell you what I found. Oh, it is so much worse than I thought it was. I thought that I would come out here and find what they're eating and eat what they eat, but they're not eating anything. I think these poor cows are starving. I mean, look at them. They're just walking around listless. How did I never notice this before? We need to do something about this. I don't have a lot of food, but I do have some hay bales. But we got to figure out the way to maximize our efforts in feeding them. So I think I'm going to make maybe a scientific kind of area. I'll make a platform far away from all the other ones. and I'll come up with a way to test and figure out the best way to feed them. And then hopefully we'll get these guys fed. I felt terrible, like stalking around and trying to find what they're eating when they're eating nothing. Okay, all right. Well, let's go see if we can figure out how to get them all fed. You can learn a lot from spying on other people. Like, for example, how much trouble you can get in for spying on other people. And here is our large platform in the sky for science. As you see, it's long enough that if I come all the way over here, then some mushrooms will appear over there. So let's see how close I have to get for them to be attracted to some wheat. No one notices yet. Here we go. Come on. Anyone? Any takers? There we go. Okay. I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's about a dozen or so blocks away. Okay, that's pretty good. So if I come all the way down to this side, some will follow me, and I think we'll get more to appear down there. Maybe not. Maybe with these here. Okay. So I can feed these. Hello, there you go. I can feed that one. But then if I want to feed this, I have to run all the way down here, all the way to this side, and then feed this one. I mean, it's just so far to go. Maybe if I had like a minecart that like whisked me back and forth, I can feed them that way. I think that's a pretty good idea. Let me install a minecart, and then maybe that will be the thing we need that will help us feed them more efficiently. Cart has been installed, and I am ready to feed these cows as fast as possible. All right, should we give it a try? Let's see how well it works. We'll just flick this switch, hold some wheat, and here they come. Okay. Well, all right. Well, I'm ready to feed them, but they keep going away. Hey. Here you go. Here, I'll come back. Here, I'll feed you. Here you go. I'm not quite sure what's happening here. I thought they wanted to eat, but then they keep leaving for some reason. That's very odd. Well, this was quite the surprise. I thought for sure that I'd be feeding the cows super fast and then they'd be really appreciating it. But I guess they're not really that hungry. They just keep leaving. But I do feel like that down below is a little bit dangerous. So maybe we should make a platform down there. So if they decide to leave, they can at least get down a little bit easier if we put a platform that's lower so that they won't fall all the way down. That's a pretty good idea. And then once we get that installed, then hopefully we'll have a really good system here for feeding as many cows that want to be fed as possible. Oh, look, see? This is what I'm talking about. One of these poor mushrooms has been starving themselves practically to death. You're you're not even skin, you're just bones. Here, I have some wheat for you. Here you go. Whoa! Oh, hold on! No! Oh goodness! I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Oh my goodness! That is not a mushroom. Okay. All right. Well, lesson learned. I guess not all of these creatures out here are mushrooms. I guess there are some other things out here. Whoopsie. I am the king of safety. I have my safety barrier all the way around so they can't fall off that direction. And down below, if I get here to the edge, you see I have my safety platform. So if they do choose to jump off, that they can easily get down there. I've got a little bit of transportation for them. And everything is good. So I think all that's left is some decorating. This is just like a weird platform up in the sky. And I don't want it to be just a weird platform up in the sky. I want it to look cool and to fit in with all the mechanized type builds that we have going on. So let me do a little bit of decorating. Let me get this kind of all fleshed out. And then I'll bring you back when we're done and see what it looks like and see how it works. We are done. And this thing turned out so much better than I thought it would. It looks so good. I really love how it came together. Obviously, my inspiration was kind of like the Marvel movies Helicarrier. But I kind of, I downgraded it or retrograded it, or I don't know what you call it. Kind of gave it a bit of a more of an older steampunk kind of vibe to it rather than like a modern helicarrier. I think it turned out really, really good. Let's continue with the camera count and let me show you, fly around a little bit and show you some of the things on here that I really love. Obviously, the part that stands out here are these blades. But I really love how I did this kind of motor below it. I gave it a little bit of, it looks really good at night too. Maybe I should give a look on that here in a second. But it turned out really good. I'm doing like this casing for any kind of motors or powers thing. I'm doing them green. If you see back here, I've got another one that does something else. I feel like that's kind of something I want to keep doing. All the casing for lots of the motors and stuff will probably be some kind of like a green patina type thing. Either copper or here with the, okay, I'm blanking. Whatever, this block that you get in the ocean monuments, that stuff. But yes, that turned out really good. And I really had to work hard on these blades to get the right feel to kind of, give that turn to them in such a small space. I think that turned out really well. I also wasn't quite sure how I was going to attach this lower platform, so I came up with this idea. I've got the glass blocks in there that kind of disappear, and it gives it kind of this ratchety chain look that circles around and comes back, as if this motor up here can wind up and down this platform, raising it and lowering it as needed. And I really like it. I think it turned out super cool. I just kind of threw some blocks together at first without any real thought, and then once I saw it all together, I was super happy with the look that it gave. I never really seen anything like this before, and I think it turned out really good. As I pointed out, I have this wind-powered motor here that's giving the ability for that chain to raise up and down, and I reused the fan that I have on the back of my airship. Just trying to make sure that I have little components of all the different builds, that interconnect with each other and make sure that it has kind of a cohesive vibe between all the different builds. And I wasn't quite sure how I was going to get from my AFK spot above down to the collection system below. And so I came up with this. I feel like it's really unintrusive. You can drop down, if you don't know, if you drop down onto powdered snow with a piece of carpet on top, you don't take any damage. And then I made an invisible water column here to get me back up above. If you never made one of these bubble elevators, I'll put a link right here in the top right corner. You'll see is a link to the tutorial that I have on how to make these. And there we go! An elaborate system to feed the cows! While I'm feeding them, they're feeding me. If you see in the collection system below, you'll see just tons and tons of, droppings that the cows have left behind. But this is perfect! It works really good and it solves our food problem. Now, if I can just tear Bebop away from his bone collection, we have our food and we are ready to venture out of this purple island and see what's going on in the world beyond. But that's going to have to wait till next time. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this video, and Bebop and I, we hope that you found it adequate.